If you're going through heartbreak right now, I completely empathize with what you're going through. Dealing with heartbreak is the most difficult aspect of being a human, in my experience. My lowest, most challenging time came from getting my heart broken. Whether that was the end of a relationship, loss of family members, friends, pets. Anytime your heart is broken, it sucks. It's also when we have a tremendous opportunity for growth. If you think about your heart enclosed and then getting broken open, that's what's happening right now. If you're going through heartbreak, you're breaking your heart open. So you have more compassion, more love, more appreciation for life itself. How finite and quick it goes by. It is just a flash in the pan. That's all this life is. And when we break our hearts open, we go from a narrow vision of how we're seeing or feeling things to more expansive, bigger picture. If you think of looking at your heartbreak from the soul level, from the highest perspective you can imagine, where time is condensed, where instead of looking at this one life we have lifetimes of learning and growing. It's much easier to comprehend, because on the highest level, all of these heartbreaks, they're orchestrated on the soul level. We're supposed to go through these losses and this grief. It's happening for a reason, and it's happening when it happens for a reason. There's always a bigger plan that's going on in our lives. And everything on this earth is either growing or dying. So we can either lean into the pain, lean into the discomfort, and process and integrate what we're going through, or we can escape and hide away and numb ourselves from the pain that we're feeling. And neither one is necessarily good or bad. Don't be so hard on yourself. I've been there. I am my own worst critic. I will definitely be harder on myself than anybody else. And it's not necessarily helping. It's just part of the programming I have to overcome. So dealing with this, there are many different ways. Something I can always count on when I'm in my lowest is journaling, taking time to write out what I'm feeling. I can even ask my higher self, ask my soul to come in and move the pen and process what's going on. And for whatever reason, because we're expressing ourselves through that writing, it's a new way of processing. And instead of storing all of our pain, we're actually moving it and physically moving it onto paper and getting it out. It begins to alchemize and it gets lighter. And give yourself time. That's the biggest takeaway. When you get your heart broken, just like if you break your leg, you're not gonna go out there and run a marathon right after you break your leg. You need time to mend and to heal. You need to take a break from what you expect your leg to be able to do. And it will heal, it'll eventually come back to what it once was and have the resilience it once did. But after a break, you need to take time to let it heal. Don't need to go rushing out to give your heart away to someone else. Take time to allow yourself to feel and just rest. Rest and really get in tune with what you're feeling. Even though that might be the last thing you think you want to do, whenever you're ready, find some space, go for a walk, and just have a conversation with yourself. Allow your emotions to present themselves however they come up, and just be there for yourself. You have to allow the process of heartbreak to happen. Also, when you're ready, then you can move on. Once you've processed everything that's gone on, instead of just going from thing to thing to thing to thing and filling your life so it's so busy you have no time to process what's going on. That's how you get a heart attack when you're 50 years old and die. I know plenty of people that instead of processing and allowing their heart to tell them what they need, it just gives out on them when they're still very young. If you have the desire to reach out, if you'd like to talk about it, reach out to somebody. You can talk to yourself in the mirror if you don't have anyone. You can call a friend, call a family member. That is another form of expression. Just talking about it starts to move that energy instead of keeping it all compressed and stuck inside of you. You can get it out and move it. If you found this helpful and you think somebody might appreciate it, send it to a friend that's going through it. We all go through it from time to time, and we need to support each other however we can, which is why I made this channel. Much love.